Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, down here sideline at the Snake Pit, Altona Hockey Club. Just pre-game before the men's Premier League between Altona and Yarra Valley. Lucky enough to have Sam Cosgrave here. Unlucky that he's injured. Sam, you've got to sit out today, but there's a really quality game here for the boys and a really tough opposition in Altona.
Yeah, Altona always bring it. They always like to play fast hockey, hard hockey. But we'll try to counter that with a lot of enthusiasm, young energy, just run hard and play for one another, and hopefully we can get a scalp.
It's certainly been an interesting year for Yarra, and they've got a really sort of a few inclusions for their back line and some real depth coming through that midfield. It's still quite young players in key positions, but a couple of key people to zero in on. Xander van Gorp's been a big inclusion for us, coming over from the Netherlands, and he's been a real rock in the back line. Talk a little bit about what he's brought.
Well, Xander just brings that composure and just that experience that a young backline has that is looking for. We have a lot of young, enthusiastic depth, and he just brings that steadiness, calmness, and teaches us a lot of things that they do in Europe that we might not do in Australia, and bringing that different angle towards how they play hockey compared to here.
Massive challenge for the Yarra Valley midfield against Altona midfield. They love to dominate possession. What was the messages from Coach Zach before the game?
To just mark in front, play hard, run, work for one another, and just keep it simple when you got the ball. Look for the pass, move, don't try and do too much, and let the game go from there.
Excellent. We'll let you go and get on the sidelines with the lads.
Thanks,
Take
mate.
care and enjoy the game. Thanks. Sam Cosgrave there, unfortunately injured after a tumble at training, he said on Thursday night. We'll now have the coach of Altona, Ben Newell, jump in, give us a little bit of his thoughts from the game. Ben, a big welcome to you.
Thank you.
Freezing day out at the Snake Pit, as usual. We were saying
weather.
that every time we rock up, the heavens open.
Well, I think this is probably the best day we've had. I think we've had a couple called off the last few times we've been down here. So
exciting season for the guys, hoping to obviously go deep into September again. Massive challenge coming in against Yarra Valley. They've got a bit of pride to play for, and you guys are trying to get some form going into those next few games.
yeah, obviously the ladder's been pretty close all year. So you lose one game, you drop from fighting for top four to fighting for a spot in the final. So for us, it's pretty simple. We've got 2 games, and we need to win both of those. And if we do that, hopefully the rest will look after itself.
What do you think are the key areas for your team today? Is there anything particular that you want them to focus on to really try and zone in on it and dominate a particular area of the game?
I think for us, we just need to be a bit more clinical in the front third. We've been creating opportunities, but haven't really been putting them in the back of the net. So, that's probably the big one for us. We've had a lot of penalty corners this year. Last year we were really good at finishing those off. This year we haven't been. The other thing for us is just making sure we're consistent for 70 minutes. We're still having those sort of 5-7 minute drop-offs each half where we're getting hurt.
It's a really big opportunity and a great performance at the Schools Association games for Cooper Burns as well. He was picked in the Australian side.
Yeah, he's going to be a freak of a player, I think, for us, which is fantastic. So, at the start of the year, he just sort of, I suppose, used his skills a bit too much. We just said to him, put it in the back of the net, and I think he went on like a 5-game run where he was just scoring every week. So he's got a bit of confidence now, and he's a really coachable player, which is fantastic. So it just keeps improving, which is good for him.
Brilliant. We'll let you go and prepare with the team. Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck with the game. Coach Ben Newell there from the Altona Seagulls. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the other side of this with all the pre-game before the men's Premier League between Yarra Valley and Altona. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Altona Hockey Club for the gameclothing.com.au Hockey Victoria Men's Premier League clash between Yarra Valley and the home side, Altona. And I think an absolutely cracking clash here. So much on the line here for both sides. Yarra Valley trying to guarantee themselves another year in Premier League, or at least make a really strong case. Altona, with Waverley losing yesterday, and we'll go through the results soon, it's everything to play for here. They were in the top 4, and as we heard Coach Ben Newell say earlier, they might drop out if they drop a couple of points, and so that they certainly won't be taking this lightly.
Let's jump straight in and go through yesterday's results. Footscray 4-0 over Greensborough. Very comprehensive win by the Footscray boys.
Greensborough will not be in a good place after the last couple of weeks. A couple of really disappointing losses for them.
Southern 5-1 over Tem, 1-1 at half-time. So Southern have come out in that second half and put 4 away. MCC 5-1 over Melbourne Uni. I think that's really interesting because Melbourne Uni, I had probably locked in as my top 4. We've seen them play a few times and they've been really impressive. For them to go down 5-1 to MCC, fantastic effort by MCC.
They're just still showing, they're still a developing, they are a very good side. They've got very good linchpins.
Um,
They're just showing a little bit of that up and down of a developing side still.
That's a fantastic win for MCC. They will jump up to 35
Knocks
points.
Muck out of the 4.
It certainly does. So really, really interesting games yesterday. Camberwell 5-0 over Brunswick. Pretty comprehensive by the Camberwell boys. Hawthorn 2-1 over Essendon.
Tight game. Charlie
again,
Cross, I think, two goals there, penalty corners in the first half.
Doncaster 4-2 over Waverley. That was that key one. So Waverley will now stay out of the 8, which gives Altona the opportunity today. And then St Kilda Powerhouse 2-1 over Mentone. So a really close game out at Mentone.
Last minute winner by Jake Sharon in the 70th minute for Powerhouse.
There you go.
Taken right to the line. So
and that'll be, disappointing for Mentone. They were obviously got a great win last week on the live stream, which should keep them in the clear and keep them in Premier League for another year, but a really great win by Powerhouse. So a lot of interesting things happening in this men's Premier League. As we said, Altona currently sit on 31 points. With Waverley's loss yesterday, they can jump ahead today, which will put them into the 8. So a lot to play for, as you said. Yarra Valley really looking to get their first win.
if Altona win, they can go... Can they go as high as 7th? Because MCC won, and that game hasn't been put in yet. None of the games are registered on there. So, I mean, they could jump a couple of spaces. We were saying a couple of weeks ago, that I think there was less than 2 games separating 11th to 4th or something. So, huge opportunity for both.
The Altona boys running out, led by Captain Harry Dolence. And Yarra in the yellow. It's going to be much easier to tell the difference, I think, between these two sides than the women a bit earlier today.
I must admit, bit of a shout out to umpire Ben Hocking. He suggested that there might have been a clash. I told him he was dreaming. I said, they're all blue, Yarra's all yellow. Play on.
Play on. Kin, I know you've got a bit of a stake in this game, obviously being a Yarra supporter, but do you have a prediction for us?
I think...
I should probably ask Caleb the same question.
No, it's a good question. I mean, you never really know, and but we've seen Altona, they were 4-0, 4-1 down against Footscray, come back. We've seen them drop games they shouldn't have. Similarly to Yarra Valley, we've seen them play blinders against teams like Camberwell, only going down 2-1 in one of the games. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Last week we saw Brunswick beat Waverley. Exactly. We saw Mentone beat Greensborough.
And that's going to turn out to be really key for Waverley.
There is no team that can be taken lightly in the Premier League comp. Yes, you might, if you were a betting man, you'd probably have the odds, but they're all good players and they're all good teams. I think Altona have a lot of quality. I think it'll be interesting to see if they've got any other strings to their bow if it doesn't go their way. That's what I think is the question for the home side, because when they're allowed to play their game, Yarra Valley going to have first use of it here. Tom Sinai back to Jack Webber. When Altona are allowed to play their way, they're fantastic. Where they come undone sometimes is where the other teams don't allow them to play that pressure possession game. Tom Breitling up the right-hand side. Under pressure straight away.
Run down by Jai Johnson. Right in front of our commentary position.
All the way down the right-hand side, just out over the line. What it looks like there, Altona now back to the middle, tackle in midfield by Luke Burnett. Goes back to Breitling, comes off the body. Altona play on quickly.
Dolence takes off straight away. This is Harry. It's a good tackle. Shots on. And a good save.
No
high
danger.
Save, but no danger.
No danger, well played. It's fast from the start. Really aggressive approach from both teams. You can see Altona there, the intent to go straight forward, throw the ball in. Webber driving through the midfield, finds Burnett on the outside. Almost goes to himself, plays on, still going, advantage given. Sinai, right-hand side, just play on, nothing coming there. Umpire Stewart giving the advantage. Right-hand side, dominant play here, both sides. Yarra Valley favouring that.
Strong tackle, and Altona can clear it.
Good link play through the middle.
This is Harry Gill. It's a good tackle. Comes up into the air, though. The captain will take it in the middle.
Now umpires today, Ben Hocking and James Stewart. Almost an interception there by Jack Hopper. Jack Hopper, pretty impressive that he's out on the park. Last week, through his shin pad, had the front of his shin split open so much you could see the muscle moving under it. So he was taken off to the hospital later, had a few stitches, and he said, "No, boys, I'm right. I'll pad it up, and away we go."
That would be such a gruesome picture.
I'd probably be having a spell if that was me. So
give myself a
yes, I'm admitting on air, Jack Hopper is a far harder man than I am. Pressure here by the Yarra Valley captain, Pitt. Tries to go round. 16-yard hit. Good use of the body.
Yeah, half uses his body really well there.
Doesn't obstruct, but just prevents the good line of run. Scanlon now going up the left-hand side, ignored by that option.
And this is, we often see, it's probably a little bit off the screen now, but we really see this by Altona, is that they all move around constantly, changing positions.
That dishwasher style. Van Gorp picks up. Loose ball, he's going to be under pressure soon.
Johnson just almost getting a stick in it.
Ball outside and can't find Hopper. Yeah, Altona also using that aggressive left-hand side slide for them. You know, Scanlon coming on and instantly going forward, looking for the little ball over the top as well. And that's what he was calling for, but obviously didn't come. McVean, right-hand side.
Through now to Burns.
Cooper Burns, we were saying earlier, picked in the Australian schoolboys team after the under-16s schoolboys team. Fantastic effort for him. Scored the winner against Footscray in that incredible 5-4 game.
I reckon that's going to go as my favourite game of the year so far.
It was incredible.
Even though it was raining, at some points hailing, I think, during that day, it was a fantastic game. And it's always a battle between those two clubs as well. Battle of the West.
James Thompson out to Breitling. Breitling forward to Burnett. On both sides, representative honours given to James Thompson from Yarra, also after the Australian Country Championships. He was picked in the Australian Under-21 country team.
It's probably the right ball there, but just sort of crossed over two of them.
Winnan, Elliot Winnan.
Where's Thompson from originally? If he's playing at Oz Country, it's probably not Yarra Valley.
Echuca. So he's studying though, obviously down in Melbourne, lives in Melbourne. But he still goes back every now and again and plays in their local, the local comps. You don't really have to be registered in. You can just, which is fantastic. He tough tackle put in by Weber Van Gorp. The Dutchman steals it in the middle. Ball all the way out to captain Pitt. Pitt can drive against Scanlon. Good angle cut off from Scanlon to prevent him running into the circle. Ball across. Big left boot by Pinnegar. There's Caleb Scanlon. So now we have parity on the club affiliation.
Just here to balance out there. It's nice. The sun's beaming down on the pitch. We saw it in the women's game. It's just 4 seasons in a day down at Altona.
It's a beautiful day. The crowd is massive. There's legitimately probably well over 150 people here.
It's good, isn't it? It's I think
that's not including the dogs.
Yeah.
What I actually like about Altona is everyone's jammed really. There's actually not a lot of room, which makes it feel really buzzing. It's a great club atmosphere here, and it's always so welcoming, for both teams. And I know whenever we've been here, even if even if I was in neutral gang colours, always in the bar afterwards, and the Legends bar. 7 minutes in, both sides with cracking opportunities here. You were sitting off to the side, really aggressive intent on play from Altona down the left-hand side, we were saying.
Yep, definitely. I think it has been very very balanced.
I feel like it's been a high-quality game so far too.
Interesting to note, I think Yarra are pressing a little bit harder than Altona at the moment. Altona were opting for the half-court press, fall-away kind of. Whereas there we saw quite an aggressive press from Yarra Valley, which I like early on in the game.
Well, I think, you know, I don't think it's any surprise that teams want to stop Altona, you know, using that ball through the middle. I mean, it's really well known that they love to shift their positions around and they love to dominate possession through the midfield. They're well read.
It's a high-risk ball going into the middle, but to Thompson's credit, he's won it back. But then, unfortunately, Arneal's got it. It's a hot ball at the moment. It's zinging around.
A couple of country boys play for Altona too, so they would have been away with James at the championships.
Barnett, number 93, out there with the headband. He would have played in the same team as Thompson, and a number of them in the twos as well. Cale Rout and Liam Kernelson. So I think they might have finished 5th in the end.
Yep.
But yeah, I did see them having a bit of a smile before the game and shaking hands. That's Barnett and Thompson.
Yep. Scanlon.
So they've gone from a 4 to a 3, and I think they're going to try and go down the left now because that's where they've got the numbers advantage.
Scanlon with the pace. Now has to drive against Tate. The other half of the Tate siblings. Steph playing for the women's team. Dante in the boys' team.
Altona have managed to get it down the other side now, trying to utilise that fat side of the ground. But well repelled there by Yarra Valley.
And Van Gorp just with solid tackle. Interesting, we were Xander spoke at a club day last week, and some of the questions was about the differences between the club games and things like that, and he did say
Coop keeps his feet.
And one thing that he said was, there's a battle in this left-hand side.
And it's Barnett has somehow gotten through the defenders of the Yarra Valley.
It's actually on Thompson there, so.
But ran over the baseline.
Xander was saying that one thing he's been surprised at, well not surprised at, but he's noticed is the physicality of the hockey here compared to Europe. He said even at the top level, Xander has played a couple of games in the hoof class with Tilburg. He said European hockey probably more technical and more structurally kind of intricate, but he said it's much more physical here in Australia. You know, it's a lot more about running hard, being hard on the ball, putting in tough tackles, and he says he enjoys it, but he's also not surprised that sometimes some of the Europeans come out have a little bit of trouble with some of the umpiring. Like as in because we allow that physicality. You know, as we said, you're playing Premier League. You got to get used to it. So, but he's loved his time out here,
and Xander's from Holland.
Yes. Yeah, straight here. They really don't want Altona to be able to turn inside. Delence's got away from him there. Sinai, can he bring the ball under control? Yarra Valley now breaking the ball forward. Not enough pace on it to find Mitchell Winnan, the younger of the two. They also wear 31 and 32, which doesn't help.
Oh.
Over 10 minutes elapsed, and you've got to say here, this game, you know, I think we would have both seen the previous game between those two clubs, and I think Altona had a field goal on the ball on the board quite early, and it put Yarra on the back foot here. Really good contest between the two teams thus far. Opportunities for both. Has there been a card given, or is someone just having a rest? You might just be having a rest. I haven't seen any. Haven't seen anything card worthy yet.
Yeah, no, I don't remember Matt Huff getting a yellow card. I think he's just taking full advantage of the tech bench in front of us.
Now, Paddy Phillips is missing because he is on duty.
Correct,
as a fireman. That's right.
Melbourne Fire Brigade. I think I spoke with him just previously. I think he worked the night shift last night. And, they've chosen not to play him.
Yep. Winnan, interception, midfield, pace, long levers can drag around. Wants to reset there, goes back to Tate. Tries to find Burmeister down the right-hand side. Felix Burmeister.
Another one of the internationals, Burmeister from Germany?
Germany.
Yep.
He actually just I got a text one day, only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
Only 3 weeks ago. And it was just like, hello, my name's Felix. I'm here from Germany. There's Altona, break towards the circle.
Kind of Otterback with the loud stick choice. I think that's the first time I've seen him with the fluorescence. He's obviously looking to pick up a few Brownlow votes
That's
today.
the Ackermanis hair.
Yep.
I just got a text off a random number and said, hello, my name's Felix. I'm from Germany. I'm living near your hockey club. Can I play some hockey?
Oh, fantastic.
We said, sure, why not? Come down. And, you know, he got an opportunity through, we had a couple of injuries. Bad, unfortunate mistrap by Thompson, long corner. We had a couple of injuries. He got an opportunity, and
fantastic.
He's an absolute ripper guy. So he's here as a carpenter.
Oh, wonderful. Simon's actually just come back from England. He's looking to get it into the D on that far side. He's overlapped from left half. Got a rich family history here at Altona, the Simons. Burns, who's just gotten back from his Nationals under-16s. I think it's been called as a long, so...
Yeah, long corner.
Couldn't find a foot there, Burns. And now it'll be Scanlon at the 25.
Long overhand raking ball to try and change the angle. Good defence by Thompson to cut out that leading on the deep right-hand side.
And now Delence is going to overlap the younger brother, Mac. Cuts in. Finds Barnett, but Barnett just bounces off the stick. The follow-up's good, but now it's through Yarra Valley.
Winnan picked. Altona win it back through Scanlon. Webber. Pace, can he find the little jink? He can.
They're through.
Jack Webber bursting through the middle, has the captain Pitt.
Well mopped up by Huff.
It's a good little stick just there, just to take it off the stick of Webber and put it forward to an Altona defender. Patience by Altona here, trying to work it out, and they've found Scanlon in midfield.
That's a hard shot to execute, the running tomahawk. But credit to you, Goldie, you've pulled it off.
Yeah, it came off a stick in midfield, so it'll be an Altona ball. They go the overhead.
Overhead back from Gill, and they've gone through to the keeper.
Pinagar here with a big boot. Don't touch outside the circle, son.
Now to Huff, and he's just in front of the commentary team here. It's a nicely weighted ball down to Barnett.
Matty Guest opting for the shades on the sideline, I see. Just
Cool as ever.
he is a ripper, Matty Guest.
Benny Newell's got the beanie pulled
the beanie down.
And it looks like Altona have overloaded to the right. They want to get it to Simons, who's well into the attacking 25.
Good stick skills by Simons there to sell Pitt.
Oh, great lead by Barnett. And it's just come off Joey Roberts' foot there.
Yeah, Pitt, not an easy person to drag around at 6'2" and a 30-whatever-inch stick he uses.
Yeah.
He normally a centre-back, but is sometimes with the arrival of another defender, sometimes those defenders can be real mismatches up forward just with size and speed. Thompson under pressure straight away, gets it out. Can't reverse stick trap it, is winning. 15 minutes gone here.
Gill just wants to go. He wants to get it into the D.
Bodied, and a good tackle by Winnan. I like the aggressiveness of Altona to do that, to really try and put them under pressure.
Altona are happy to just use that back ball, reassess, pass it around the back. Can't find the stick of Johnson there. Still 0-0. Horns locked at the moment. 18 minutes to go in this half. And now Jai's pressing. They want to keep him over to that side, the far side.
Interesting.
Or near side for viewers, pardon me.
Oh, that's a good tackle. Interesting, you were talking about how they weren't pressing hard, and now they are pressing hard. In the last 5 minutes, they've started to really throw people forward, and it has coincided with some really good turnovers around the 25-yard line. Webber on Scanlon forces him to go back.
It's definitely something that Pat Phillips does quite well. He's that hassler. He'll get that odd little touch. He'll get that 50-50 ball, and
And it only has to work once.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the other thing. And, you know, a lot of coaches have, you know, kind of phrases they use, and, you know, I guess just being around the team, I know that, you know, one they talk about is just unrewarded running.
Yep.
And they're just saying if you don't want to do unrewarded running, don't be a forward.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. If you just want to touch the ball and get easy, you know, we'll play you through the middle and the backfield where, you know, you can kind of just get 100% balls. Driving in, penalty corner, Altona.
Ooh.
And I think it's Van Gorp asking the question, saying what for. I think he's saying back of the stick. But this is danger time for Yarra Valley.
Yeah.
I think Scanlon is still on.
Well, it was Scanlon that ran the ball into the D, and I think when he gets into that attacking 25, he just is so dangerous that as a defender, you might throw in a fray tackle or something like that, just because
His strength on the ball is one of his key
he's got some of the
characteristics.
cleanest hands I think I've seen from a player.
I don't think he'll be offended by me sometimes saying that he doesn't necessarily look like a natural athlete, but he is a lot quicker than what you think, and he's extremely strong on the ball, and he's just so clean.
And I think you could pretty much put your money on it going to Andrew Scanlon on the far battery. It's Otterback trapping. Matthew Huff is on his right shoulder, and it'll be Harrison Gill injecting. Push is good. Scanlon flicks.
Save.
Fantastic save, but it's coming straight back from Johnson.
It's tackled by Van Gorp, and Scanlon's down here actually. He's
slow to get up, isn't he? He fell over when he was flicking it, but looks like he's maybe a corky. He seems to be trying to jog it off.
He's coming straight off. I certainly hope he's all right. No, he's gone straight down on the side.
Interesting scenes right in front of us here. Scanlon's hobbled off, fallen on all fours, and now hobbling down to the bench. Thanks for joining us, Izzy, as I receive some feedback from the crowd behind me.
I think it is a bit difficult when you're commentating at your home ground,
Yeah.
because everyone here has got something to say to you, don't they? Really not good to see what just happened there with Scanlon. No relation to you, but obviously still really concerning for Altona's side, and also for Andrew. I know he's a really passionate player, and you could just see it was, I think, more not just the injury, like the hurt of the physical pain. I think it's a bit emotional as well, if that's going to be a long-term thing, because obviously driving into finals would be a huge out for Altona if that's going to be a long-term injury. Back into the game though. Neither side able to get that first goal on the board yet.
They're looking pretty good from that half line to 25. I think Altona have been quite efficient, but it's that last touch inside the D. It's just bobbling off the sticks a little bit. You're seeing Matty Barnett and Jai Johnson just needing that little bit of extra polish to get it to stick on the end of the stick. They're going to try again now through Campbell. Free's been called back there. It's come off the stick.
Really great save before by Tom Cole in the net from that flick. He's such sort of a big guy. Takes up so much of the net. Really intimidating, I guess, as a forward, and a fantastic save by him. Obviously, a lot on the line for both sides here. Altona needing to consolidate their finals position.
Campbell through the middle. Always so strong on the stick. Finds Simons overlapping.
It's a big bump, but they'll say play on, shots on. And
geez, he winded up. I thought that was going to go through the back of the net, but Simons just smacking the back of the stick there. He did well to build it up there, and it's that last little bit they just need to work on. They've had the majority of the play for the last 5, maybe 10 minutes, but again, just can't get it that last touch. Now Yarra trying to build an attack through Thompson at the back.
Thompson through Rutley now.
It's a well-weighted ball, but it's going to be intercepted by Delence, and the pressure's on him straight away. Well intercept, but it is an Altona ball. Delence, younger brother Mac, finds his teammate in Campbell. from one brother to another.
It's such a family game as
It is, isn't it?
Dillance goes through now. This is Harry, the captain. And a good clear. Not happy about that one.
Barnett.
Barnett. Easy to spot in the headband. Campbell brings it down well through Arneal.
And that's an effective...
A very effective slip. I don't think I've ever seen something work so well in a team's favour. Harry Gill on the ball. They'll take the long corner.
So Scanlon's back on the ground now.
Fantastic
maybe it was just a
to
little
see.
corky. Yeah, good to see.
Could have been a cramp, maybe. They've wasted no time getting him back on. There I was, feeling all sad for him.
Oh, that's a fantastic touch from Dillance. Building again through Simons, down that right half. And the deflection, I think it was Gill that got the touch on. Here he is, Scanlon, to his captain in Dillance.
Campbell. It's a good ball through to
Finds
Gill.
Gill. Now, what can they produce here? This is the bit they've struggled with. It's a great tackle.
Arneal leaves it for Campbell. He's got Scanlon behind. Ops all the way back to McVean.
That is a terrific
Great
ball
ball.
through the lines.
Gill just needed to bring that one a little bit cleaner. Could have had a turn and a shot.
Scanlon.
His legs looking good.
Back to Snaky McVean. Finds Campbell. Campbell receives it open. Somehow kept the ball on the end of the
How
stick.
has he still got the ball there?
3-on-1 at the moment.
That's some pretty great play there. Takes off quickly. I don't think he was 5, and it's a short corner.
Smart play from Campbell. One, to have the guts to open and receive in the middle. He got crunched by, I reckon, 3 players. And then to have the intuition to take the ball 5 yards out, draw the short corner.
Really clever play, and so skillful as well through the centre. So do they go Scanlon again?
I think so.
Risk the leg? Risk another cramp?
I reckon I could just picture Goldie walking up to that and saying, give me another shot. And
Yeah.
I've got Campbell trapping, so I think that's the giveaway for me.
Don't give away too many Altona secrets.
This is their second short corner for the day. First one was very well saved by Cole.
Scanlon.
That one's gone in. It was a clean trap. Opted for the low right post, and it was deflected off the Yarra Valley stick.
A fantastic comeback, I guess, from Scanlon then. And good news for the Altona boys that not only is his leg okay, but he's also drag flicking just as well as he was before.
Kin joins me back here at the commentary position. What do you reckon Yarra Valley would be thinking right now in terms of how do they want to respond? I'll get that after Dillance takes a shot. It's well saved by Cole.
It's an interesting question. I think they have to look that, for nearly 30 minutes, it's been a high-quality game and they've had a couple of chances early.
Yeah.
What they need to do is respond to this additional pressure that's being put on after Altona switched from, as we said, almost like a three-quarter fall away to hard pressure. And that's something, that they're going to have to get better at identifying and thinking their way through that. Altona, certainly look to have their tails up at the moment. They're using the ball really well. They're starting to get that passing game going. It would have been a little bit harder if Scanlon hadn't been able to come back on.
Here we go. Otter back. Gets it into the D. Looking for Gill, but he's pulled it. And it's gone in between Johnson and Gill. And now Yarra Valley are going to build it out of defence.
Burnett tries to run out. The younger of the two Burnett's. I don't see...
Here we go, Cooper Burns, that is, with the tomahawk. Just pulls it a little bit short.
I think it was near side. I think Tom Cole had that well covered. It was good pressure by James Thompson as well.
Yarra Valley really under the pump at the moment.
Strength by Winnan.
And now we see Altona go into this full press. Johnson really cutting off that transfer.
Still unfortunate kick from Burns.
The crowd's really poured in, hasn't it? Looks like as you said before, the minimal spacing makes it look like it's a packed crowd at the MCG, to a lesser degree. Yarra flicking it around the back through Thompson, playing that centre-back role.
Winnan on the outside, inside, back to Van Gorp. Classy little touch, runs through Scanlon. Winnan, strength still going. He's getting a bit of a shove, and that'll probably be a bit of a rest. No, yes, it is. So now he does have a sit. Dolence. Van Gorp with quality distribution. A free hit just outside. Fantastic pass by Van Gorp, 45 degrees, bang straight across. Yarra Valley have got to find something here. And a penalty corner is won. So Felix Burmeister wins a penalty corner, and this is an excellent opportunity for the visitors. 6 minutes to go in the first half. I couldn't exactly see what that was for. I can't read it there. This looks like play dress in the way. I would think that that would be for a stick check or a foot, maybe bouncing off. So the battery is Van Gorp at the top. And Tate. Big test for Pinniger in the net and his defensive unit. Yarra Valley's first penalty corner for the game. Rutley on the injection. It is to the top. It's going to be Van Gorp. And outside the left-hand post, so a 16-yard. You hear the calls from the side, get back hard. Altona wanting to play on quickly. They held up with the ball. They do play now. Pitt steps in front.
It was a risky ball to, I think it was Simons that was running in from the interchange bench. There was a whole pocket of space there, but yeah, he just got caught behind the defender. Fortunately for Simons, it bounced off the stick, and now he's received the ball deep in the left-hand pocket.
You were saying Simon's playing in the UK. Do you know where he was playing?
I couldn't tell you precisely where. He's been over there for, I think, 2 seasons now.
Yep.
It's always nice. Like he won't play finals. I don't think he'll qualify, but a player of his calibre, I think the club benefits having him around, not only just on the game day, at trainings as well.
Is he originally from the UK? That's why he...
No. So his father, Peter Simons, played gosh knows how many Premier League games, and then, or State League 1 games, pardon me, and has his little brother Timmy's involved with the club a lot, so he's played all his juniors through Altona as well.
So does he have dual citizenship?
I don't know, actually.
Because otherwise you're going to struggle to get a couple of visas in a row. Steps in front of Burmeister there. Altona now. That's a good tackle by Van Gorp. Skills in the middle, still playing on. Sets it forward for Winnan. Winnan has a 2-on-1 with Pitt. If he can get it forward, that's a good tackle. Still running the gauntlet there. Heavy challenges, but well timed.
It's an effective transfer.
It's come off the foot of Burmeister.
It's interesting. I feel like Altona are letting Yarra have that shallow transfer. And they obviously Burmeister didn't trap that last one, but opens the game up so much if you give him that freedom to just attack from whichever side you want.
It's a risky ball, but you've got to have confidence.
Yep.
You got to, and as we see a couple of times, that's been effective for Yarra to open the game up. Thompson mishit. Winnan wins it with strength. Still going. Scanlon asking why. I think his teammate's telling him to turn around and look at the game. Van Gorp. Let's go straight through. That's not going to be effective for Yarra. I thought he was going to go up over the top. And luckily, Altona have pulled that wide. Could have been a costly turnover with only 2 minutes to go. Breitling, Thompson. Winnan. There shouldn't be in any rush here. We hear the calls of go from the sideline. The 1-2, played on the inside. Burmeister on the outside, keeps it in. Great play. Wins the free hit. Jai Johnson just suggesting that he understands the situation better than umpire Stewart.
Sporting a fascinating haircut, Johnson. He's got the old bowl cut going.
Please tell me he's lost
Don't
a
mind.
bet.
Yeah.
I think Johnson, was he in the under-18 Victorian team this year?
Yeah, under-21s.
Under-21s.
Under-21s. So himself and Connor Otterback got back. They had a pretty successful tournament. Obviously, they unfortunately couldn't take away the gold. I think they finished silver. Finished second, pardon me.
Ball up the line. I think touched by Altona. This will be a Yarra Valley ball. And the Victorians obviously losing the bronze medal match last year, but good effort to make the gold medal match against Tasmania, the eventual winners.
Yeah. Half. Fantastic
Great
ball.
ball.
Finds Scanlon. Quite dangerous around this area, and he's given space.
40 seconds to go, and luckily goes out over the back line. So Yarra need to probably be in no rush to take this and, take the 1-0 deficit into half-time. Winnan, right-hand side. Rides a tough challenge. Play on's the call, advantage given. Winnan going through the middle, has 3 players to beat. Goes out to Burmeister, has one-on-one down the line for Pitt. Pitt can get there. Can he trap it? Can he keep it in? He can. Drive in the circle. Good tackle. Sent it straight over the baseline. Saving tackle. It was a one-on-one in front of the net. And with 5 seconds to go, Yarra Valley have got to try and get this in. I think time's going to run out on them. And that's going to be a half-time from what it looks like. They still playing? No, it has been called. 35 minutes in the books. So the first half elapsed here. Altona, courtesy of Andrew Scanlon, busted one through the defensive skills of the Yarra Valley penalty corner unit, and they enjoy a 1-0 lead. But opportunities at both end, and a saving tackle towards the end for Altona, driving the Yarra Valley captain Pitt off the back line. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. This is sure to be an entertaining second 35 minutes. We will see you on the other side of this.
Volvo Cars Billier has arrived in South Yarra. Our new showroom showcases the latest models from
Premier League match for gameclothing.com.au, Hockey Victoria and MySport Live. 1-0 to the home side, Altona over the visiting Yarra Valley, and a really interesting 35 minutes coming up here. My name is Kin Smith. I'm joined as usual by Izzy Hassel, and Iz, we were just saying that lots of action, unfortunately for both sides, probably most of it turnovers between the 25s, sort of rebounding hockey between there. Altona clearly with the increased circle penetrations. Some really good saves by Tom Cole. Pinnegar not really troubled in the Altona just yet, but a really interesting game. Both sides really in this, and Altona with a lot to fight for. They can basically sew up a spot.
Not
almost.
Not quite. Nearly. I mean,
actually slips my mind who they're playing next week.
There's still a lot of hockey to go next week as well. And we've seen all sorts of results, so nothing is guaranteed. But it'll certainly make their job a lot easier if they can get the job done today.
Altona will have first use of the ball here in the second half. And they go forward, and it's been picked off straight away by Winnan. They attempted the 45-degree ball, passed it through. Weber will swoop on the loose ball, cuts in, wins the free hit off the foot.
And does a lovely little slide afterwards as well.
The ball's outside the 25. Weber turns, jinks to Winnan. Free hit again. So the attempted first half sort of get and go by Altona has almost come undone here. But they've won it back in defence. It's going to be interesting to see in the next couple of minutes if either side's really change anything structurally. Altona again with the free hit.
Joe Roberts working with McVean. Roberts
just tries to go through Jonah Meaden.
Altona not in any rush at the moment. Looking for the right ball, and it'll just roll off the stick of Roberts at the sideline.
Breitling back to Thompson. Thompson been holding down that centre-back role all day. Winnan, hear the calls of keeping on the sideline. Winnan on the outside. And it's been picked here. And great save by Tom Cole. Get off like a flash. And he's been played in. 16-yard hit.
Barnett putting the pressure on there. As he said, great save by Cole. He's been really great today. I think it was just an unfortunate touch, that first goal that went in.
Well, it went straight through Tom Sinai, I think, and I was talking to, as there's a bit of a turnover here, good tackle, releases the pressure, but Altona still in possession. I think the drag flick was just a centimetre or two off the ground, so it hits Tom Sinai's stick and went up into the net. He definitely had it picked, but just the power of Scanlon. I thought that was the case. I saw him sort of hit the ground with his stick afterwards. I thought, damn it, I've let that one in. Campbell rotates so effectively through the midfield, uses McVean. A little bit too easy for Altona there. Good tackle by Pitt, makes them reset. McVean has Campbell, but goes all the way across.
Mac Dolans still over the ball, and they'll take it just outside the circle. A big tackle, and it'll be a short corner. Altona with an opportunity early in this second half. See a quick replay of that one.
The ball comes in deep here. Jack Weber putting on a tough tackle there. He was just beaten for pace around the corner a little bit, and as the stick comes in, just the momentum carries. I think that was Johnson forward. Not Johnson, sorry. Otter back. So this is exactly the situation that
It's
Altona and Coach Ben Newell want from the top.
Scanlon's just on the sideline. It goes to the top. Tomahawk shot on, good save. Johnson back to Otterback. Johnson still. Cole. Great stuff there by Tom Cole and the Yarra defence. Kin has to run off to his game, get prepared for the Premier League reserves coming up. So I'll welcome in Jess Brennan. Got a fantastic goal in the women's game and now watching the men's game. Jess, welcome to the commentary.
Hello, nice to be here.
Well, it's good to have you, Jess. Obviously, Altona girl through and through. A great win for you girls before, and the boys doing pretty well now.
Yes, it was a super important win for us, and now we're safe from relegation, so hopefully the boys can get the win away as well.
They've got to consolidate that spot in the finals as well.
Okay, so we have Steve Campbell on the ball, passing it off to Connor Otterback, streaming forward. Great peel, Jai Johnson.
Great save by
Great
Tom
save.
Cole in the net. And
Looking for a corner.
a big whistle the other way, though.
Bit of obstruction, I believe.
Yarra deep in defence. Out to the left, and it's a good ball through. Scanlon will take care of it.
All right, Yarra Valley with possession.
Xander Van Gorn on the ball there, the Dutchman. Van Gorn looks out to the right. Thomas Breitling just keeps the ball in. Down the line through Owen Pitt. And they'll go all the way across to Winnan. Elliott Winnan this one. Big tackle by Burns.
Tona just seemed to be holding the pressure, needing to go around the back for Yarra Valley.
Playing quite deeply at the moment, Altona, defensively. And free hit against Elliott Winnan. And a call for the obstruction against Burns, who just held his ground really strong. That's a miscued pass. Weber.
Could be a chance.
It's hit his foot on the way through. Jack Weber, unfortunate. If you're a Yarra fan, it's unfortunate. If you're Altona, probably a bit better for you, Jess.
Not too bad.
You're allowed to support on games like this. If your team's playing, you're allowed to support. That's the rules. Breitling with a good tackle. Luke Burnett gets it away to Breitling. He's got to take off quickly because Scanlon is chasing him down. Pitt plays a little bit of aerial hockey.
Love a bit of aerial hockey. Around the baseline.
Big ball through, and it'll just be a long corner. Yarra certainly still in it. If you're an Altona fan, you'd want them to get a couple more in the backboard.
Definitely.
This game's definitely not over yet,
Got some good players, Yarra. They need to be careful, Altona.
as it just runs out the back line again for another long corner. Bit of a worry in the first half when we saw Scanlon go down, but he's out in the field. Must have just been a cramp or something.
Hopefully.
Well, he came on and got that second goal. Harry Gill, great little ball through.
Oh, dive and miss. Great pass across by Simons. Unlucky by Arneil.
Simon's just come back into the team after a stint overseas.
Yes, an 11-month stint overseas and straight back into the ones.
He was playing a lot of hockey over there though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Breitling. Through ball looking for Tate.
Around the back to McVean. Playing some smart hockey, trying not to give away the free. McDonald. Over the baseline. Altona's free.
Jess, you guys were playing in rain and at one point almost hail, and it is so sunny now. Everyone's got their arms up trying to watch this game. We've got a good angle from the camera on the far side of the field. So our viewers at home have got it good, but it is certainly really bright out here.
That is Melbourne for you. 4 seasons in one
Tom
day.
Sinai brings it down. Can't keep it in. It's a good ball. And he turns around and gives the thumbs up because Yarra certainly trying to do the right thing. Scanlon signals, just slow it down, boys. Sinai trying to make himself look as big as possible.
Otter back through into the middle. Off to Simons again. Miss trap.
As a right ball. I always feel like the intensity's just gone up a notch.
It is. Pressure's on.
Pressure's on both of these sides. As we said before, Altona looking for a finals berth. They want to be playing hockey in September. And Yarra looking to do as much as they can to stay in Premier League in 2019. Winnan, the younger Winnan brother. Mitch Winnan. It's a good tackle.
Tackle by Scanlon. Off he goes. Could this be a card? Green card?
We see Elliot Winnan jump onto the net,
And
it's gone in.
goal for Steve Campbell.
Fantastic bit of play by Altona. We're going to see a replay of that as there's, I think, another card being called. There's a lot happening. Here's the replay. Campbell.
Back to Barnett.
And a slide to get it in. Great goal. Altona 2-0 up over the visitors.
Very good work by Connor Otterback. He played the free hit really early. That got ahead.
Yarra turn around to hit it back and it just goes straight to Altona. Gives them the opportunity again.
Interesting decision.
It's almost exactly what we saw when Altona started with it. Turned around and gave it straight to Yarra. I think they just evening the score a little bit.
Yes. Desperation slide by Yarra Valley.
I feel like that might take the sting out of it a little bit now. 2-goal buffer still obviously not enough, but I feel like it's quite a mountain to climb now with only 20 minutes to go for Yarra.
Yes. I believe they'll probably want a few more, but anything could happen in a game of hockey.
You were probably there a couple of months ago now. Footscray Altona, when Altona came back.
Yes.
I think from 3 or 4 goals down. Fantastic live stream game.
Great game to watch on live stream.
So we might see something similar today.
Possibly.
You'd certainly be hoping that that's not the case. And a long corner. Altona players can't believe it's not a short corner. Back to Otterback. And right around the back.
Miss trap by McDonald.
Yarra still with just 10 men on the field at the moment. And
Scanlon intercepts and takes on. To Barnett, out to wide, shot.
couldn't get the shot away that he wanted. Fantastic intercept and run by Scanlon. Dolence.
Still on ball. Back around, play it safe.
Mac Dolence can get it into the circle and does.
Work the corner, Cooper Burns.
Barnett looking to get a shot away.
There's so many people in the circle.
And good defence there by Yarra. Still not out of danger though. It would be a long corner.
Great defence.
A lot of bodies in the circle. Switching the point of attack. Joe Roberts.
Still on ball, Joe.
Good strength on the ball by Joe Roberts. Neil with the turn. Well tackled though by Webber. Jack Webber still on the ball for
Great
Yarra.
tackle.
Taking off with pace now.
Possible card again. Yellow for Connor Otterback.
He's going to have 5 minutes on the bench, and we hear the call from the Altona crowd, be smarter. And he's right, you've got to have 11 men on the field at all times. Yarra with the one-man advantage now. Hey, go the right overlap, Breitling. Through ball, looking for Winnan.
Into the circle.
Owen Pitt takes a tumble over the goalie, and it'll be a
Pinning
long
a save.
corner. Scanlon. Good tackle. Called against him though.
Gill. Overlap to Simons. Play on.
Clever to take off straight away.
Take it back a few yards to where the free hit was taken. Dolans to Simons.
Runs over the baseline. Not the result they wanted. Round the back. Breitling recovers. We've caught his name a lot in this second half. Burmaster. Winnan. Xander Van Gorn. Mitch Winnan. Altona not going too high yet. We've seen Mac DeLance playing a lot higher than he usually does.
Yes, he's normally a halfback, so it's interesting to see.
We often talk about this Altona men's side particularly, is that everyone plays everywhere. If they find themselves out of position, it's okay. They'll stay there until they get a chance to swap back, and everyone knows how to play in different positions.
Yes, it's quite a versatile team.
I think they probably do it. They're probably one of the best in the comp that do that. We talked about it a lot last year in the final series. That it's always moving. It's hard to defend against such a versatile team. As the rain is now coming in again, coming sideways. We're probably pretty protected here, Jess, but
while the sun is still glaring in.
The boys are now contending with glare and with rain.
Tackle by Campbell. McDonald on ball.
Neil.
Boxed in.
That's clever by Campbell. So skillful, another little jink.
Very strong on ball, Steve Campbell. This is what Altona needs to work on, just some smarter hockey.
Yeah, that's a green card. You've got to make sure. I think when it's happened so many times in a row. So back to 10 on 10. There should be a lot of space. It's actually coming in so sideways now. I think we might be getting wet, even though we're well under cover. It's been a crazy old day out here at Altona on Doggo Day, as it's been dubbed. There's lots of dogs running around.
Plenty of dogs.
You can see the umbrellas starting to pop up. I like the Altona umbrellas, although there could be Yarra umbrellas as well. All the yellow and blue
Possibly.
out here.
Feel a bit sorry for the umpires, very close in colour.
It was certainly the same.
Johnson on the ball, just over the sideline.
same in the girls' game as well. It is absolutely belting down now.
Quite strange conditions, actually.
Really bizarre.
West side antics with the weather.
I guess at least in your game, Jess, when it was raining, you didn't have to have your hand up,
No.
blocking out the sun as well.
It was just cold. Gosh.
If it gives people some context, you're actually standing there in a t-shirt. It's not really freezing anymore. It's just we're getting rained on. No drama for the boys though. Van
Boxed
Gorn
in.
completely boxed in.
Good pressure for Altona. McDonald on the ball. On the sideline. Across the face.
Jess, I might let you go and get some cover because it's getting really wet now. But awesome to have you in, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Izzy.
I'll welcome Alex Tyrrell in now from Altona to have a chat about what's going on. Alex, welcome back to the commentary. Not your first time here.
Thanks, Izzy.
We
Yeah,
always-
just doing a short stint to help out at the end of the game.
Yeah. Obviously, when we play out here,
It's actually the same weather as last time, I
Yeah,
think, as well.
it is.
Sideways rain.
at
It's
least
been pretty pleasant.
we don't have a broken tent this
Yeah,
time.
that's right.
It's we were just saying with Jess, it's coming sideways and we're battling the sun as well, which is a bit bizarre. Doesn't seem to be worrying the Altona guys though.
Well, it's not too often that they're actually going with the wind in this half, so maybe it's not quite as big an advantage as footy, but I think it's actually helping them out. Just
Not having to
the
run
wind's going to
against-
their end. Yeah, that's right.
not having to run against the wind and the rain. It's certainly been a really good day out here at Altona. Obviously, the girls getting the win, solidifying their spot next year in Premier League.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they definitely sort of got themselves up for the game. It was super important, as I'm sure Jess was saying. But, yeah, it was a really good result to them. They flew out of the blocks early, so it's nice to get a
Yeah.
lead, but made tougher work of it by the end.
Otter back.
Oh, I was trying to find Cooper Burns there, but just couldn't quite find him inside the circle.
It's really interesting. On the screen, it looks clear as anything, but it is really bucketing down here. Only 13 minutes left to play. Who knows what's going to happen weather-wise?
Yarra just looking to switch out of defence here. They've done quite a good job so far. I think Altona's probably won the territory battle, but there hasn't been too many clear-cut chances. It's been relatively even.
It's absolutely
As the rain just
belting
picked up
down
again.
now,
Yeah, it has just picked up again.
I think it's probably a bit of an advantage, as you said, for Altona, going with the wind, going with the rain, I'm going to call it
Yeah,
instead.
that's right, yeah.
I think we've got everyone back on the field now. For a while, it was 10 on 10. But it makes it really hard now for Yarra to try to get back to 3 goals for a win.
That's right. Yeah, they've done really well overall, breaking down the Altona attack, but particularly in this half, they haven't had too many chances.
It's a good
So
tackle.
they need to sort of pick it up in the last 10 minutes, yeah. Steve Campbell, oh.
Campbell's been fantastic today. I mean, he's always great to watch, but particularly today, he's really stepped up in those moments. This is Van Gorn. Again, it's Campbell laying the
Stevie cutting
tackle.
Oh, it's a breakaway chance here. Harry Gill looks out wide to Matthew Barnett. He's got Cooper Burns on the inside. Can he find him? Oh, well played by the keeper. He's just a little fakey over the top of the ball, worried Cooper out of it there. It's a good little breakaway chance.
Yeah, it's really well done there by Cole, keeping everyone out.
And now could be a chance down the other end here as Yarra look to go forward. Andrew Scanlon again cutting that one out.
Scanlon worried us in the first half with an injury. You can see when a stroke.
Oh, a stroke. Yeah, so
He's called a stroke. Tom Cole has come out, taken out Burns.
Yeah.
We're going to see a replay of that.
So it looks like Burns is trapped with his back to the keeper, and the keeper's just gone straight through him to get to the ball.
Yeah, that's a stroke.
I'd say that's fair enough as well. Yeah.
You can't completely take the player out.
Looks like Andrew Scanlon's stepping up to take it here. Yeah, that's right. After his first flick, he went down and limped off. It didn't look too good, did it? But he seems to be okay.
He looked shattered like it was a long-term injury.
Yeah, I actually thought this. I thought it was hamstring or something. Yeah.
10 minutes later, he's back on the field getting a goal. So he's all right. And he's going to try to get another one now. Tom Cole in the net. Scanlon with the flick goes low and right, and it goes in. A goal
Good
to
effort
Altona.
from Tom there. He almost got to that.
He picked the right way, didn't he? It's 3-0 now to the home side. You'd probably say in these conditions, probably should be enough for a win, but anything can happen. We won't call it too early. Although you do sort of feel like maybe the sting's taken out of the game a little bit now.
Yeah, that's right.
With that third goal.
It's super important today. Game today for the Altona boys. They're sitting in 9th place, so they need to, if they win the last 2, they can keep it in their own hands to get into finals. Oh, here we go. Here's a
Great run
great
down.
chance.
Dante Tate
Goes around the keeper.
goes
and in.
Dante Tate with the reply straight away.
Yeah, bang.
A fantastic piece of play to get that shot away on the reverse, and it goes into the net. Let's see a replay of that. It is all happening here.
It's very well taken to go around Pinnegard. Dragged him forward stick side, and then
A really
well finished.
unlucky turnover, and I like that I can't quite see who that was. I think it's Joe Roberts.
Yeah, I
that
think
was
it is
flying
Joe
through.
Roberts. So he actually had to, it was quite a good finish in the end, because if he had gone along the ground, I think Joe would have actually saved it off the goal line, so he's done well.
He's done really well. Unfortunate turnover from Neil there.
That's right. So just when we said the sting might have gone out of the game, it might pick back up again.
I think that's
back to 3-1.
That's a bit of commentator's curse for you, Alex. It's almost like sometimes the players can hear me and want to prove me wrong. Lovely little bit of play from Scanlon. It's a good tackle.
The range to stop now. He's calling it back to the initial play.
Okay, McVean has been sent off. I didn't see what actually happened, so I can't.
So
comment
Jake
on
made
what
the
it-
initial tackle at sort of right half position, but he won the free hit. So it must have been something after that, because it just, the players look perplexed, and I'm a bit with them. So I'm not sure if he's done something off the ball after he's won the tackle, perhaps. But yeah, another yellow card.
There's certainly a bit of argy-bargy between McVean and Sinai from Yarra. And the card was given pretty easily, though. So I think whatever's happened has been seen by the umpire. A lot of argument from the Altona bench, though. They know how important this game is. And with less than 10 minutes to go, you want to be keeping all your men on the field.
That's right, yeah. Make it a tough little period here.
As an impartial supporter, I just about want to see Yarra get one back in this next 5 minutes, because it would be so exciting. Although I'd have to probably contend with about 200
crowd,
Altona fans around us.
They're certainly looking up now. It's been quite a heated game, but yeah, getting that goal back and now the player up, I'm sure they'll be looking to attack here.
Scanlon just was not in a rush at all to take it. He knows that if the next 5 minutes can go
Over the
slowly.
back to Johnson. Oh, just too far right in front. Looks like Altona are falling away here just with one less player. So giving Yarra a little bit of possession. So switching around the back, but they're keen to get it forward, but a bit wasteful up there. I think Yarra have done a really good job today of breaking down Altona's ball movement. It's been pretty good most of the year, but from what I've seen, they haven't really been able to get it moving today. So Yarra have done a really good job defensively just to continually break them down.
That first half before the goal went in, I really felt like it could have been anyone's game. It was opportunities at both ends. I think you're right, though. From a Yarra point of view, you'd be relatively happy as Owen Pitt does a fantastic trap right in front of his face. Potentially another unlucky trap there.
Simon's got the ball in the corner. Finds Huff, and the defenders just rushed a little bit there. Huff wins the free hit that I think he was looking for.
Again,
Overheads aren't working. They're getting well cut off by Yarra here. Looks to attack again.
that was a great trap and turnaround from Mitch Winnan. Trapped it up here, and then on the half volley, whacked it across on,
play,
on his back stick. Van Gorn. He's got his captain back, and they'll go out to the right. Thompson.
Good initial tackle from Barnett, but he's found a foot there as Yarra looks to switch it back out. Oh, great ball in, just well cut out by Simons.
Johnson. Looking through to Arniel.
It's a good little period for Yarra. They've definitely been on top. Altona struggling to get it out of their half those last few minutes while they're a player down.
They really need to capitalise though and put one in the net during this period. Burmeister
Ooh.
goes with the full body.
Now it's Magdalene's looking to go forward. Get the feeling he was looking to keep possession there as much as he was actually trying to attack.
Barnett will take the foot. And they'll get the free hit inside the circles. It's a short corner. I'm not quite sure what Johnson is having a chat to the umpire about, because you've got a free, you've got a corner. Let's play on there.
Harry Delens just finds the foot. It's well worked, and they'll be happy to take a bit of time here as well, just to take the time off the card. Shouldn't be too long till McVean's back on. Looks like the double battery set up with Scanlon and Huff as the two flicking options.
Harry Gill over the injection spot. Cole making sure his men are ready to go.
Oh, mistrap.
Mistrap through Johnson. Ball still dangerous. And a good clearance.
Another card here.
Very card happy today.
Green, yeah, green card to Yarra this time. So it looks like Altona, I think, of just getting back to 11, and now Yarra down to 10. And I actually think the 2 minutes hasn't started yet because he hasn't sat down, so
He's
he needs
overshot
to
the
get
mark.
down. Yeah. 2 minutes from now.
Burmeister. Only as far as Dolans.
Harry Gill looking to go forward here. He's got Heath McDonald overlapping. Can't find him.
Two-goal lead now. It's probably not too early to start winding down the clock with only 4 minutes to go. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Altona boys chewing up some time around the back now.
Yeah, they look pretty happy just to switch it around here. Not in too much of a rush at all. Campbell back to half out to Simons here at right half. Oh, finds Otter back in the middle. Can't quite control it.
Winnan. Out to Hopper. Tate now, he got that goal just before to get one back. Can't connect though with Hopper this time.
Yeah, they actually struggled to get numbers for there a bit. They had a bit of a counter opportunity, but Altona still had numbers back, so it's a bit difficult to get through.
They do have one on the bench still, so probably playing an attacker down.
That's very true.
Although, do you roll the dice at that point and just chuck
Yeah, I
one
think
up
so.
anyway?
Two
I think
down.
you have to.
Yeah. Just play with 3 at the back and keep the rest of the structure as it is. Well
a
worked from
lovely little
Simons to
turn.
break away. Oh, and very well cut out.
Winnan, this is Mitch Winnan. Still over the ball, calls play on. He's got Tate, brings it back inside.
Well
Good little-
worked. Oh. Cut out by half, but only as far as Yarra, just inside the 25. They've won a free hit here.
They've won a corner. It's been upgraded to a corner. Couldn't quite see what was going on.
No, I'm not sure at all. The Altona players are going over to the umpire. It looked like a free hit
Well,
outside. And then, oh, so he's called the tackle. So that
So it must have been called about there.
that's the foot there. And then the Yarra players played it, and Gills turned around and, oh,
That's a
so
pretty
that
quick
was,
turnaround,
that was
though.
on the whistle. It looked live. But yeah, fair enough if it was just after the whistle.
I'd argue it
It's
was all
pretty
in the
rough.
one movement. But anyway,
He definitely stopped him running to the circle.
for the excitement of the game,
Yeah,
I've
gives
got
him
no
a good
issue with the corner
opportunity,
here.
Yeah.
Sun's come back
The
out.
sun is out, yeah. Rain is well and truly stopped and sun's out.
Yeah, I don't want to be taking too much time here, though. I see that the umpires have actually called time.
Here they go, set up with a double battery as well.
I think there must be.
Oh! So both options ran away, and then Steve Campbell sat down in front of the trapper. He strapped it on his
That was a
four-stick.
very
One of the
interesting
more
corner.
bizarre, yeah, bizarre corners you'll see.
Tom Steiner made the trap and then realised
Was
that
left by himself up
none
there.
of his players were there
Yeah.
to do anything with it. It's been a funny old game of hockey today. Owen Pitt brings it back inside. That's a good
Cut out by
tackle.
Dolans. He looks to go forward.
Still chasing it down. Burmeister with a big hit. He knows he's going to make something of
Searching
it
ball,
quickly.
but just couldn't find. Yeah. Well, that's well cut out.
Mitch
It's
Winnan's
the
been
last little roll of the dice here.
Mitch Winnan's been awesome today. Got that little touch from Yarra. Gill.
Space has really opened up in these last couple of minutes as Yarra searched for a goal. But it's just a lot of back and forth turnovers.
And with a minute to go, you'd just about say, oh, prove me wrong, Yarra. Another free hit. Only 45 seconds to go. Pitt. Wants to go straight in. Winning.
Oh, well worked again.
Shot comes through. Great save by
good
Pinnegar.
save by Pinnegar, yeah.
And 20 seconds to go now. It's just about going to run down. Last roll of the dice from Pitt. Opts to go backwards instead. Don't think he realises how little there is to go.
Cut out by on the back.
Otter back.
He'll
What
have
can
a
he
crack,
do?
yeah. He's not going to play it safe. He wants to go. He's found Scanlon, who, oh, a beautiful save. Great keeping there.
Great work
Just
by-
denied Scanlon on the whistle, and he's actually copped another knock, I think, which isn't an ideal finish to the game. But yeah, all over 3-1 win to Altona.
Yeah, a good, really well fought win in the end for the Altona boys. 3-1. They'll go and check on Scanlon. Not a good
Yeah,
time
he doesn't look great.
to go down right at the end. But Alex, has been a great day out here at Altona. Fantastic win in the girls' game, 3-2 to Altona, the home side, solidifying their place in Premier League next week. We can see Scanlon's a little bit.
It's just getting up. Yeah, not an
Getting up
entirely
now.
convincing win from the boys, but they'll be happy with the 3 points, I'm sure.
Always fantastic to get. Well, thank you very much for tuning in today, ladies and gents at home. Probably enjoyed the weather a little bit more inside rather than out here with us. It's been a fantastic day out at Altona. A lot of people surrounding us now at the moment. It'd probably be a couple hundred that have come out today
Yeah, it's
to
been a relatively
enjoy
good turnout, yeah.
enjoy these two clubs clashing. Make sure you join in next week. It's the last round of the live stream before we head to finals next week. Doncaster versus Camberwell at Camberwell's newly refurbished club rooms. Finally, we'll get to take a look at that. It'll be two huge games, so make sure you join us next week.